talk to you about Batman v Superman. Small film, independent production, not many people have seen it.
Little film.
What has a production like Batman v Superman, which is colossal, taught you as a director and an actor? Because I imagine there was a lot to be learned on that.
It taught me not to do interviews with Henry Cavill where I don't say anything and they can lay Simon Garfunkel tracks over it. That's one thing I learned.
And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
Or at least partly have spoken.
Ben?
I agree.
Now, I do want to ask you about this, and I'm sure you're sick of hearing about it, but this was released over the weekend. That's you. Wonder Woman, Cyborg, The Flash, and Aquaman. You are by far the most muscular of the... Was that in the contract?
Yeah, I make that look pretty good. That's not bad.
Yeah. Are you going to direct the next
I'm
Batman?
going to direct the next Batman. We're working on it. It's one of those things that's really frustrating because, like, with Live by Night, it took me a year and a half to write it and get it ready, and I worked really hard, and it's just nobody gave it. No one was like, "Where's Live by Night?"
Right, yeah, right.
It was
They don't know
Batman.
what it
I keep
is.
on getting, they're like, "Where's the Batman?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm working. Give me a second."
And if Casey asks you if he can play Robin, what will your answer be?
I think we can go back to the tape.
You go back to the tape. He better think twice at the Oscars when he gives that
Got a
speech.
couple more chances.
Hello and welcome everyone to Movie Marks News, episode 34. 5, something like that.
Yes, right around there.
In that ballpark-ish area.
Yes.
We are in the mid-30s. What are we on?
35.
35. I called it.
We told you.
Yeah, you didn't believe me? I told you to get better at it, and this time we actually gave a number instead of 30-something.
Yes, exactly.
So my name is Matt.
I'm Shane.
And we're the Marks.
Yes.
We're here to talk about all the movie news that's happened in about a month-ish time. Yeah, rough or so.
Give or take. Some of this is going to be going way back.
Yeah.
Because
you're going to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the last episode that we were recorded with
Google doesn't even go back that far.
Yeah, the last episode that we recorded with our good friend Tim, who is absent on this episode, literally that day or the next day there was some news about Batman, and we're like, shit.
Yeah, after Shane proclaimed that there's no way he's not going to direct, he's going to do it, just stop making up shit. Ben Affleck not directing Batman.
Yeah. Immediately afterwards.
So you stuck to your guns. Don't worry, I asked you, want me to edit that out? No, fuck it, leave it in.
Yeah,
all right.
Exactly.
Leave
So
it in, I don't care.
I'm sure we'll have the exact same shit with this. Yeah, we're going back that far. We're going back as far as we can. All the way to last year. No, I don't know.
So like Shane said, normally we would have our friend from England, Tim.
Yes.
Bonjour. He usually comes aboard on this and gives us help. He's from Geek Headquarters. He's an admin.
Yes, on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah, that whole shit and stuff. Hashtag go for it. The new Nike slogan. Go for it. And so usually he helps us on this because he's got a lot of knowledge in that shit.
Yeah.
So, but he's unable to join us on this one. We will replace him shortly. Just kidding. Don't have
a heart attack. Yeah.
Don't panic, Tim. You still got a long life to live.
Yes. Only because we can't find other guests, but
yeah, that's
you're solid so far.
Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, he cannot be replaced because no one likes us.
Yes, exactly.
So first after that little moment, we're gonna do our plugs here. Make sure you check us out on Instagram.
Yes. Totally threw me off. At Comic Movie Marks. Facebook as well. Twitter.
At Comic Movie Marks.
Yes. We're going out of order here.
Yeah, I got thrown off.
Yeah. You can email us comicmoviemarks@gmail.com. And, with questions, comments, whatever, just send them. Send them our way.
On YouTube at Comic Movie Marks. We're kind of updating it. I had a freaking MP4 set up to upload to YouTube, but my computer decided to update.
Yes.
So it deleted it.
And Windows Movie Maker sucks anyways, so it's tough.
Yeah. So fuck it. It's one picture, One audio. I don't give a fuck.
But we're getting better.
As soon as we hit that 28 subscriber, we will do a questionnaire. Ask us any questions. Ask us anything you want to know. For the most part, we will tell you. We don't give a fuck. We have no dignity.
As you can tell.
Yeah, we don't care. We will tell you anything. We got all kinds of great life stories that we can tell. Anything you have, we will ask. If you want to know about how we lost our virginity, I'll tell you how it happened in the back of an Explorer.
That infamous trip to LA in the Explorer.
Yeah, in the Explorer. If you want to hear how dumbass teenagers take a spring break.
Dumbass broke teenagers.
Broke as motherfucker. Yeah, $200. We should be able to survive a whole week in LA.
IHOP every morning.
No problem. No problem.
It's fantastic.
So we can tell you all about that. We'll have a whole fucking thing about that. I'm sure most people will think it's stupid.
Yes, but it's great. So yes, 28 subscriber. Just send it out. Subscribe your little sister to our podcast.
Yeah, make up one. Like you fuckers suck at gmail.com. I don't care. Subscribe. All right, that's cool.
Yeah. Also, along that lines, be sure to rate us 1 star.
Oh, you fuckers suck.
Yes. Use you fuckers suck. 1 star, 5 stars, whatever. Just comment. Let us know what you think about our podcast. Leave us a rating, leave us a like, and if there's something on whatever other app that you use, Podcast Republic, we're Comic Movie Marks on there as well. Leave us a rating, a comment. Apparently the comments don't work very well on that, but you can comment on it.
Podcast Republic is like one of the main podcasts in the Google Play Store. So if you type in podcast, P-O-D, cast.
Not gonna fucking spell it out.
Well, P-O-D, we are the youth of a nation.
Comic Movie Marks.
The marks of a nation. There you go, see? Sing along with the marks.
Nice. Yes.
You want to know about what music we listen to?
It's not really P.O.D.
Not really P.O.D. That's like the only song I know.
Yeah.
Chumbawamba, Chumpa, Pissing in the Wind, whatever that one song is.
Is that Chumbawamba?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I got it. 90s kids.
Yeah, dude. Pissing in the Wind. That was my favorite part. I always wanted to piss in the wind.
And then you went, shit, bad idea.
Yeah, I know. It comes back at you. You covered your shoes are fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all over you.
That's horrible.
It doesn't look good. Especially if you're aiming up. It just goes all to shit.
Oh, man.
Well, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Movie marks.
Yes.
So this is our 35.
Yes.
This is our 35th episode, and this is our movie mark segment. We roughly do this every month. Once a month, we'll go through all the movie news in our verse, the Markerverse.
Yes. Yeah.
The comic verse, the comic movie Markerverse, something like that.
Yeah.
Our little solar
Anything
system.
we give a shit about.
Yeah, for the most part. The things that we actually gave a fuck about.
Yeah. So there's probably a lot that gets missed.
Oh, yeah. A lot. Like, who gives a shit about Beauty and the Beast? That movie sucked.
Shots fired! Oh, okay. You bite your tongue.
Well, we can do a small little review on that one. If you're anything like a man, you won't like this movie.
All right.
It's boring as fuck. No, it's boring as fuck, and it's amazing how certain movies now have been treating CGI. No real big spoilers, but it's amazing. Like we just saw in Kong, where the CGI is so good in certain parts, and then the CGI is so shitty in other parts. Yeah. And Beauty and the Beast does the same thing. Yeah. There is a couple parts where the CGI is just straight up garbage. Like it is a PBS special fucking like the midnight showing shit. Like it's a dentist office with a green screen. And he's like, right. Oh no, run away from the candy bar. And like that shit. Like that's how bad the green screen looks and the acting is sometimes in the beginning of this movie. Of the Beauty and the Beast. But when they get into the castle, inside the castle, all the CGI is top notch. Everything looks great. Right. But then when they get outside the castle, hell, even when they look at the castle, back to garbage again.
There's some
when she's looking out the window of the fucking castle, it looks like shit. It looks
it's
like
supposed to. No, just kidding.
It's so bad because you could just tell she's just not up in a castle. Like it just is so bad.
Well, spoilers, she gets locked away in the castle.
Oh, yeah. If you haven't seen the fucking cartoon.
I was going to say, this is the thing that I enjoyed about it, it's a direct take from the cartoon. Same songs,
They added like a couple.
Yeah, they added, which that got a little overdone a little bit, the little too many extra songs in there, but they fill in a lot of plot holes, because if you watch the classic cartoon as an adult, there's a shitload of plot holes and a shitload of creepy things that are going on. So you're like, wait a minute. And the movie does a great job at filling those in, and that's why I enjoyed it. But it is, if you're looking for something unique, it's not. It is pretty much, there's a lot of the dialogue that's the same. The songs are the same. The characters are pretty close to the same. The voices, like the Beast's voice, I could swear was the dude who voiced him years ago in the classic cartoon. So it's pretty solid in that. But it just depends on what your taste is. You know, if you're if you didn't care for, if you're not into that type of classic movie, then I apparently don't also listen to talking about movie news or don't watch any of the future installments, because I guess Disney is going to be doing this a lot, where they are doing a live action version of The Little Mermaid. There's the Aladdin that's coming out.
Yep.
Oliver and Company, Mary Poppins.
Aladdin's gonna crash and burn.
I don't know.
There's no way you're gonna be able to do anything Aladdin without Robin Williams.
Yeah, that'll be tough. I'm trying to think of, I want to say in Aladdin 3, Robin Williams was not the genie, and whoever voiced him could do pretty close. It's not a lot of the spitballing.
I didn't even know there was an Aladdin 3, so
yeah, I think it's hold on, Prince of Thieves or something. Anyways,
Thieves.
Yes. Yeah. What'd I say?
It's not like you said thieves. Like,
I did. With an F.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you spell it, right?
Yeah. Some people spell knives like K-N-I. What the fuck did he spell?
F-E-S?
F-E-S? Yeah. Certain people do that.
They're supposed to do all these live action remakes, and this is the style, from what I've read, that they're going to incorporate all of them, where it's almost a direct duplicate
adaptation.
Thank you. Adaptation of the classic cartoon with new songs added, but almost the same dialogue and stuff like that. So it depends. If you want that, then you'll probably love the future movies. If you want something unique, going into this hoping for something unique is not gonna fly, I guess. It's like for example, when Universal did the two, I think it was Snow White and the Huntsman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to go all the way off the off the kick, and
right, yeah.
Sucked.
So there you go.
This still sucked. I'm just happy I stayed awake. Like, that was my main goal.
I don't know. You're starting to breathe pretty hard. Of like when you get into like that, what is it called, the REM sleep?
Was I?
I'm sure you weren't into that, but I can tell you're getting comfortable. I was like, uh-oh, he's not making it. Clear. So, anyways,
but that's our small little synopsis on the Beauty and the Beast. We're not going to do a full review because we don't give a shit.
No,
or I don't give a shit, and I'm just going to shit all over the whole movie as I go through it.
Right.
That wasn't even part of the list. So now that we just spent
too much time on something else,
like 6 minutes off of a thing that we didn't even have written down.
It's movie news.
Yeah,
there we go.
Movie news.
We're just spitballing here. That's what we fucking do.
So first, we're gonna this movie news segment is going to be brought to you by Fleshlight.
Fleshlight target engaged. You are cleared for launch. Tired of using your hand? Put your Fleshlight on cruise control with the Fleshlight Launch, the ultimate hands-free experience. Launch your rocket with different settings like Smart Touch Control for speed and stroke, synced content with VR and POV experiences, and teledildonic connectivity to play with others. Fleshlight Launch.
I don't know. It's not brought to you by Fleshlight. I wish we were sponsored by them.
That would be fantastic. Hey, Fleshlight, would you like to sponsor us? Send us some samples, maybe?
Oh, that'd be great. We just get a big ass fucking box.
Just a shitload of them. What are we supposed to do with these?
We don't put our logo on the side, resell that shit.
There we go. Well, I was gonna say we don't even have this many listeners as they send us samples.
Oh, speaking of listeners, we just want to thank everybody. We just noticed this is kind of a weird transition to talk about dildos and Fleshlight shit to our listeners.
That's what we do.
So we just now, after I think we've been doing this about 7 months now.
Yeah.
we hit over 5,000 downloads on all of
Yes.
our stuff. So we've hit over that big 5,000 marker from different countries, different states, all around the place. We hope you guys keep listening to us. Give us a chance. Let us know what we can do to perfect things. If you want to hear anything different, let us know. If you want to hear more fleshlight stories, we got more of those. Maybe. I don't know.
Stories. We can get one.
Yeah, we'll make fleshlight stories.
Yeah. We will make a flashlight.
Aw.
Wait, what?
Fill up a flashlight with Jello.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go with our logo or our colors, blue
Put
and yellow.
Bill Cosby pills on there.
Oh.
Anyway, let's actually talk about some movies then, other than Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, but thank you for listening.
Yeah.
5,000 may seem small, but that's huge for us.
Small.
Yeah, flashlight, small.
Yes. But it's great for us because, I mean, that's a big number for us. We got, you know, you guys, a lot of people are out there. We get hundreds and hundreds of we get hundreds of downloads. I changed it back to hundreds and hundreds. Hundreds of downloads on podcasts sometimes. And
Yes.
so we really do appreciate it. Please check out our older stuff. Yeah, it sounds like shit because we're a little uncoordinated and shit like that. We're kind of like newborn giraffes. Give us a chance.
Right, exactly.
All right. You know, have you ever seen a newborn giraffe come out of a fleshlight? it barely walks. So that's us.
Exactly.
That's Batman versus Superman versus Civil War. Right when we fell out of it. Bam. That's us.
And here we are.
And now we're starting to get a little bit of a gallop.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah, I was going to say, we're still giraffe toddlers, if you will.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Like Jeffrey, like we are just tiny little giraffes still.
Just figuring it
but
out.
we are getting coordinated. Our walking is getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
Maybe have a run.
Slowly but
The
surely.
wolves won't eat us or whatever eats giraffes. I don't know. I don't know how many wolves are in the Africa. Maybe cheetahs.
A lot.
Cheetahs, lions. We'll go with that. Big cats. Rawr. Okay, so now let's talk about that movie news that we keep promising.
It's a tease.
Like a fleshlight. Oh, man. Okay.
Thank you, Fleshlight, for the sponsorship.
All right, so now we're going to talk about that damn movie news. God damn it. All right. First, we're going to talk about all the crap that's happened in the Batman verse.
Yes.
Ben Affleck verse, Batfleck, all that crap that's going on. It's even hard to even start with this. First, we'll start off with the good part of it. Matt Reeves now is signed up as director. Good director to go forward. Things that he can do to help move this, put this movie forward. Because it did seem a little impractical for me to have Ben Affleck direct, write, and star in this movie. Because, I mean, you're stuck in a big rubber suit through half the movie, probably. It's kind of hard to direct your scenes when you're stuck in a big fucking plastic duct tape suit.
Right, yeah, no kidding. Well, and just to jump into, I guess, kind of the sad part of it is Ben Affleck recently posted on Facebook that he just came out of recovery from alcoholism, and he was battling that. So it kind of makes sense now. It makes sense why he had to step back.
And took that Bruce Wayne shit serious.
Yeah, no kidding. You look at Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, he was straight. That shit was real.
Yeah.
And then you know, they're doing script rewrites. They're hoping to have a new production start in the 2018. The script rewrite, I hope it doesn't affect too much. I hope that doesn't get completely rewritten, because we were pretty much teased that Deathstroke's going to be in the Batman movie.
Yeah.
You know, that was kind of like, you know, that was going to be our guy. And I think that made a lot of people happy. So I hope that doesn't get rewritten out.
Yeah, I don't think it will. That would be a huge disappointment. I mean, they've shot different parts already. They've done some test footage, so that would just be retarded to go back now and say, okay, sorry, Joe, whatever, Manganiello, you're not going to be in this, and, you know, sayonara. That would be weird. And I feel like, from what I've read, that Ben Affleck will actually have some of his own input into this, even though he's not directing.
Yeah, he's still head producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's still co-writer. I think he's still going to be put down as a writer.
Yeah.
So, you know, they had God, I always forget the guy's name, but he helped write some of Batman v Superman, and he was also the writer that he's been basically following. Trevorrow? No, that's somebody completely different.
Trying to think.
Damn it, I can't think of his name. Oh well, but that guy, you know, he's an Oscar writer. You know,
yeah.
he won an Oscar with Ben Affleck over one of the movies they did. You know, he's helming some of the rewrites. We'll see what happens. I don't know why people are panicking so much about it. It's just a movie in the end. It does kind of suck because it does make WB look bad.
Yeah.
Because of the Flash problems, which we talked about in our previous movie news.
Right.
The Flash rewrites. And now we'll talk a little bit about this. I mean, it looks a little weird again because now Aquaman just got moved to December of 2018.
Right.
Which I don't necessarily, most people have taken it like, oh, they're having problems. But I'm taking that more of they're taking advantage of the December time slot.
Right.
Because no Star Wars that time.
Yeah.
That's going to be the one time Star Wars is not taking over the December time.
Yeah. Yeah, which is kind of
And
surprising.
Avatar's not going to be there. It's leaving up a lot of open space for that December time slot, that December time point.
Right.
And I think it's been proven so far that December could be a great hotbed. People want to go see a good movie, a fun action movie during Christmas time.
Yep.
So Rogue One, we had The Force Awakens. People want to see those type of movies, those big budget movies during the Christmas time. So
yeah, there's been quite a few over the years.
I actually believe that it's a tactical move. It's really weird to me because this year, and I'm going a little bit off subject here because we're going all over the place because that's what we do here.
Exactly.
We
On
have a
Comic
list.
Movie
We
Marks.
have a list. Fuck the list. Fuck the Jericho list. Anyway, but there was something I was noticing when I was looking at the potential movies this year and what movies we would go to and which ones we would probably review and shit like that. And I was noticing it's a big burst at the beginning of spring, March, March, April, and June, and it really dwindles out.
Yeah.
And usually it's June, July, August.
Right.
That's the summer movie season, right? No, it's like dwindles out. Like everybody's going ahead now because there's the summer movie big blockbuster movie season seems to start now almost at the end of February.
Right.
It's ridiculous. It's weird now because nothing. There's like July is Spider-Man. That's it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it.
Yeah.
August is nothing.
I was gonna say I think June is Wonder Woman.
Yeah, June is Wonder Woman.
Just Wonder Woman though.
Just Wonder Woman. I think
it's
there might have been one other one that might pique our interest.
Maybe, yeah.
And,
I can't remember.
Yeah. And then July is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then we have to wait pretty much almost, I mean, there's something in between there, but almost in this, like, November is Justice League. Like, it's this huge gap in comic book movies or some, I know, like, Transformers comes out and shit like that.
Right, but
now, especially after the trailer, we should talk about that, actually.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh, okay. I get it. You make a movie to make money. That's why movies are made. I completely understand that. That's what studios do. A lot of studios, 99.9% of the studios, don't make it for artistic love. They make it to make money. All right, that's what they're gonna do. Make millions of dollars. But when your advertising is so isolated to one demographic, to try to bring in that last little bit for your last movie. So if anybody hasn't seen this, the new Transformers fucking trailer we saw before Beauty and the Beast. And it is strictly a kid's trailer. Like this little girl's talking to the screen like she's some badass.
Yeah.
So it's like girl power. You remember that stupid fucking commercial a long time ago? Like,
my name is Dakota and I'm 10 years old.
Show me what it looks like to run like a girl. Throw like a girl. Fight like a girl. What does it mean to you when I say run like a girl?
It means run fast as you can.
So do you think you just insulted your sister?
No. I mean, yeah, insulted girls, but not my sister.
Is like a girl a good thing?
Actually, don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing. It sounds like a bad thing. It sounds like you're trying to humiliate someone.
I throw like a girl. Yeah, like what's wrong with that? Or I run like a girl. It was like a tampon commercial or some shit like that.
No, I don't remember that.
And it was like, it was just awful. It was an awful commercial. And they like used that in this Transformers trailer.
Yeah.
And it was so bad. And it was heavy kid centric. And I heard people talk about it was specifically made so they could put it up in the fucking Kids' Choice Awards.
Y'all want to see some dead robots?
We're not supposed to be here.
We're kids, man. We get away with anything.
I was just a normal kid. Before my world fell apart.
Wake up, Canopy!
Went to normal school. Lived a normal life. Some kids used to tease me.
Wow. Who is he?
As far as you're concerned, my boyfriend.
How long's that been going on?
they'd say, you run like a girl.
We're family now. We're gonna take care of you, I promise.
Just don't expect any bedtime stories.
You throw like a girl. Come on, guys! You fight like a girl. Hunt him down! You think I'm afraid of you?
You think you're a badass, huh? Is this okay to be a kid, little J-Lo?
Funny what you can do when all you have left depends on it. Done. Fight like a girl? Yeah, I fight like a girl.
Coming with me or what?
That trailer or that movie?
That trailer.
Okay, I was gonna say, wow.
So they're bringing in, you know, they're gonna have the people that already want to see Transformers are gonna come in. Now they're trying to drag in more kids.
Right, but you're
what
also
is wrong with this world? We have Logan and Deadpool, and now you have fucking Transformers trying to suck off the teat. And like, let's bring in his kids now. Like,
I understand.
It's a fucking toy. Kids are already gonna go.
Right. I was gonna say I understand wanting to have a broad audience. I get that.
I don't understand that.
Well, I
am sick of the broad audiences.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. Like after Doctor Strange last year, and even we've had the arguments over and over again about Captain America, but I get it's all money fueled. You want to have a broad audience. It's not my cup of tea, but in this case, I feel like you're being detrimental to people who will want to support these movies in the future by trying to bring in an extra demographic, a la Batman and Robin.
Right. One of the more recent examples, Expendables 3. Expendables 3, and the previous Expendables weren't breaking any box office records, but they were both rated R and they were fun.
Mm-hmm.
They were fun. They were awesome.
They were full of joy. Damn it.
Fucking stabbing motherfuckers, blowing people up.
Right.
Best catchphrases ever.
Yeah.
Fucking Chuck Norris was awesome.
Yes.
I heard you died. I'll actually just put the fucking clip in. I'm not gonna replay the whole thing.
You did all this?
I fly solo. I thought you knew that.
Yeah, I heard it, but I didn't buy it.
Well, now you do. This your team?
Yeah. Gunner, Toll Road, Hail Caesar, and Maggie.
Booker, you're the one people call the lone wolf?
I've been called that, but I have mellowed.
Not that much. I heard another rumor that you were bitten by a king cobra.
Yeah, I was. But after 5 days of agonizing pain, the cobra died.
From that Expendables 2. But Expendables 3 went PG-13 to try to bring in that bigger audience, brought in more people. They had like Ronda Rousey, and they had others to try to bring in that demographic, and it flopped. It did worse than the other two because guess what? You excluded the people like myself. Guess I sure in the fuck didn't go see it because of that. You excluded the people that want to see those rated R movies, and you fucking lost the 40-50 million that you were getting opening weekend before with the Expendables, and it went down to like 16 million.
Yeah.
Most fucking people that are 13 or younger don't know who the fuck they are.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
No one knows who those motherfuckers are. So why the hell are you trying to pander to 13-year-olds?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
God.
Fitting. Yeah. So anyways.
We are doing terrible staying to this list.
That's okay. Well, we're sticking on the trailers topic. Yeah. Let's jump to Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
The Wonder Woman.
Fuck.
The Wonder Woman trailer just came out. Continues to me, it looks awesome. I hope I'm not building it up too much, but I think this is, I know they're going for a broad audience.
I get it, broad.
But you can put that in there. I don't care. But,
yeah. You're so dumb.
That's perfect. Anyways, back to the trailer. It's, to me, it looks like it's going to be a fun movie, a great way to jumpstart the Wonder Woman. I'm assuming going to be a trilogy eventually, or at least incorporate her into this universe. There's a lot of nods to, which they kind of had in the original trailer, to Christopher Reeves, Superman, and there's some jokes in there, but there are certain parts which I hope that it's done really well in this trailer that are like the action parts that look awesome to me, and I hope that it translates well in the movies themselves.
Yeah, to me, it's a lot of the footage we've already kind of seen already.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I want to point out about this trailer the other previous Wonder Woman trailers is they seem to follow the same exact pattern in their fucking trailers every time. A little bit of dialogue in the beginning, big action set pieces in the middle, and the end always has a stupid joke with the fat lady.
Right.
Every single one of the trailers have been set up in that exact format.
Yeah. Which so far I'm okay with because June is right around the corner and they haven't given too much away. To me,
Right.
it's kind of like, okay.
There's a lot of presumption.
Yeah.
Ares is supposed to be the bad guy, but everybody's presuming that it's that one old-looking German guy.
Right.
That he's disguised. So.
Yeah.
And then you got the gas mask lady. I forget what they call her, like poison woman.
Yeah. I can't remember. But yeah, there's a lot that they haven't given away. It is a very Marvel / Disney-esque type trailer formula. Because if you watch a lot of them, they have the same thing. Oh, you have to have the joke right at the end, you know, and yeah, and which is I don't know. It is what it is. That was one of the downsides about the Doctor Strange trailers when the entire trailer looked awesome. The movie is a whole nother thing, but the trailers looked fantastic,
except for the Wi-Fi joke. Yes.
Yeah, and then they threw in the Wi-Fi joke. So, but I don't know. In this case, I'm excited. The one thing that pisses me off though, the amount of stuff that people are grasping at for clicks and for news, and we kind of skipped over some of the Ben Affleck stuff, but they've been bitching about her armpits look too shaved because there's a part where she's like, I think it's when she's wielding her sword, and they went from, oh, she's too skinny, she's not buff. Well, in this part, her arms look pretty solid.
Yeah, there was one picture I saw her.
She can
hands
whoop
her
ass.
up or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's got like muscles popping out where I didn't know they existed.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So she's fucking Wonder Woman. But now they're bitching about her armpits because they're probably touched up, or who fucking knows. Who cares? Stop.
The fuck do you go on?
It's all over the damn internet. It's annoying as shit. The amount of stuff that just floats around that comes across Instagram, mainly it's Instagram and Twitter, and there's some stuff on Facebook too. They will just float across that because I've liked so many different pages. You know, that's kind of the formula. I can't think. There's a better word than formula for fucking the algorithm is pushing things that, okay, well, you like Wonder Woman. Well, here's some articles that have to do with
I think it's
Wonder
you're
Woman.
looking at something else, and that's what's coming up.
Women's armpits?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that's what I love. So, anyways, it blows my mind, the shit that people are reaching for. A lot of the same stuff with the Ben Affleck when they were talking about that. They were using the sad Ben Affleck meme as the picture instead of, which it is what it is, but in my opinion, that's kind of tasteless. And, you know, they're just reaching out there and they're trying to make it seem like that is tied to the downfall of Warner Brothers and DC. That's how the articles are written, and that's how the headlines are. Unfortunately, I still click on it because I want to see how fucking ridiculous it is, so their clicks go up. But anyways, it pisses me off.
So you're part of
Just
the problem.
avoid it. Yes,
So
yeah.
You're bitching about it, but part of the problem.
Probably. I should just ignore it. But then I wouldn't have anything to talk about.
Oh, there you go. Use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
So the Wonder Woman trailer looks good. And we got the Guardians of the Galaxy. We got the second trailer for them. Well, again, they're showing a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Hope you're ready. It'll be here any minute. Is that a rifle?
You don't know what a rifle looks like?
It's just swords were your thing and guns were mine. But I guess we're both doing guns now. I just didn't know that.
Well, that's intense.
I see it within you. Fear, jealousy, betrayal. It is our duty to cleanse the universe of this weakness.
You know, they told me you people were conceited douchebags, but that isn't true at all. All these years, I've found you.
And who the hell are you?
I'm your dad, Peter.
I think every trailer has had Drax diving into that thing's mouth
Right.
every single time.
Yeah.
And they're showing more and more Baby Groot, and they're really hamming it up with him. I think they realized after that first trailer, they knew it was going to be big, but obviously it's becoming huge.
Yeah.
And he's in everything. For some reason, he's plugging in a stereo in this one. I don't know why.
Because it's adorable or some shit.
I'm almost wondering if that's even just for the trailers. Like that, they just did that for the trailers. I don't think he's plugging in a stereo during that big fight that's going on. And then he's just standing there watching Gamora. She's got a gun trying to fight that big fucking tentacle monster and shit. As she's fighting that, she looks over, "Hi, Groot," and he just so I mean, it looks good. It was highly anticipated by me. I think it looks really funny. It looks like, again, they're staying away from the Marvel universe. They're making their own movie. It doesn't really look like to me there's any tie-ins with anything. It's its own fucking movie. So hopefully it stays that way. And as long as it's not tied into the Marvel universe, I'll probably like it.
Well, I think at some point they will, because I'm pretty sure Guardians is supposed to be in the Infinity Wars.
Yes.
So,
but then that's not James Gunn anymore. So
yeah,
that's those Russo brothers.
Right. So we'll see how that goes.
So after that one, and then I'm done. But,
right.
But they were talking about, and then there was an announcement for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But James Gunn is looking at not directing that one, but he may write that one.
Okay.
Or help write it or produce it, whatever they do. Whatever fake shit they want to put his name on it.
Right.
Somehow.
Yeah, exactly. So that he can be attached to it.
Get
So,
some kind of royalties.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. Then Ego, is that how you say it?
Ego, the Living Planet.
Yes, is Kurt Russell. The big reveal.
Yeah. Big reveal.
We already knew.
Hi, son. I'm like, fuck you. You killed my mom with your dirty load. Why do you think she died? If I had a planet, Emily, I think I would die too. And hopefully Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, when does that one come out? Guardians of the Galaxy comes out this year. I forget what month it comes out. But we'll figure it out.
But we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we are. Go Guardians of the Galaxy. So then we got Alien, the new
May. Comes out in May.
Yeah. Then we have the Aliens movie that we saw a preview for. It's a sequel to Prometheus, a prequel to all the other ones. This is actually not technically a xenomorph in this picture anymore. They're not using xenomorphs anymore. They're called something else. I couldn't remember the name. They're using a fancier name. It's like an in-between the xenomorph because this is older.
Right.
So it's more tactical. It's faster. It's whatever. It's CGI. So they find the engineers planet. I'm pretty sure that's what they're talking about. It's the engineers planet. They got David, Fassbender is back as David, the little robot guy. So it looks fun. We'll review it. Good. Okay.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add.
As usual. Now we're gonna stick on the DC universe here for a little bit. We're gonna talk about Matthew Vaughn possibly heading the next Man of Steel movie. As you can tell, I am picking something out, and that is why I am talking
like a robot.
Very slow. So, according to IO9, whatever the fuck that is, they got a little pink logo on everything. Warner Brothers is looking at Matthew Vaughn to direct the new Superman movie. That means the Snyder's out. Because I remember before he was pretty much set to do the. Well, they were talking about it so much before. Whether it was real or not.
I thought it was. I thought Snyder would pick up the sequel to Man of Steel, but apparently not.
Great addition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so Matthew Vaughn.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. For some reason, I'm thinking Matt Reeves. I'm getting them all confused. Anyway, so Matthew Vaughn did Kick-Ass. He has also done, what was the other movie
Kingsman.
that you named?
He did Kingsman. He did X-Men First Class.
First Class, that was the other one. So a lot of things. We're gonna get into the article a little bit, but there's some stuff there that really intrigues me. So I felt, okay, if Snyder's handing the reins over to someone else, it's being taken from him. But anyways, that's it's in good hands until this article.
Yeah. I'm going to read this article, which I wish we would have had. Sometimes I wish we had video, and sometimes I wish during the pre-setup, the pre-talk beforehand, I wish sometimes we had it recording and everything to see the reaction on Shane's face when I read this. It was excellent. Excellent. It was fun. So the article on IO9 talking about Man of Steel 2. His name is Matthew Vaughn. You know him as the director as Kick-Ass, X-Men First Class, and Kingsman: The Secret Service. He's currently finishing Kingsman: The Golden Circle for a fall release.
Woo.
And Collider first And Collider first reported he is at the top of Warner Brothers list to direct Man of Steel 2. We've also heard this is true. According to IO9. Wait, thank you for confirming IO9.
Yes, because you are such a reliable source for movies. iOS 9. That was forever ago.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think we're on like 10.2 or something.
And in addition, the film may not be a direct sequel to Zack Snyder's 2013 film. It could be potentially more of a soft reboot or reimagining, though nothing has been decided. Either way, the wheels are spinning. Collider also points out that while preliminary talks have happened, this is not a done deal by any means. Vaughn is just someone the studio would like to work with. He loves the character. He's considering it. Plus, if he doesn't do Superman, they'd be interested in him directing something else. Warner Brothers did not comment. That's kind of weird. This is the best part. This is the part that Shane really loved. You may recall, this isn't the first time Vaughn has had a run-in with Superman. I just feel like he just arrested him or something. Superman arrested him or something. Or maybe he was in the buildings of Metropolis. That's why he wants to do this.
Yes.
Back before Man of Steel came out, the director spoke to Warner Brothers executives about the character, but it didn't pan out. Instead, they went with the David Goyer, Christopher Nolan, Zack Snyder vision. But Vaughn did say this about his take, which is very telling. Quote. I think that's the one thing not to do with Superman. Trying to do the serious Dark Knight version. Superman is about color and fun. Or it should be, for me.
Okay, I'm just getting heated. Was that end quote?
Yeah, end quote.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. There's a little bit more, though. So if Vaughn still feels that way, maybe it suggests Warner Brothers is ready to start pushing the dark Snyder vision out of the way as long rumored. Maybe they want Vaughn's colorful, boyish version, and maybe, like we said, this is less of a Man of Steel sequel and more of a reboot of the character as a whole.
So, right now, my initial reaction was
some milk.
My initial reaction was, God forbid we have anything that's thought-provoking. That was my initial reaction because to me, okay, this is all in the rumor mill because nothing has been confirmed that, this is a soft reboot or that he's actually going to direct it. However, we said this many times before. Zack Snyder has had a vision, and he has even talked about that you have to have the overall story arc of Superman. You have to have the beginning. He's learning about himself. Batman vs Superman kind of, adds to that a little bit. And then once he has his death, then there's the resurrection. So I think long before Vaughn gets, if he does direct this, before his movie even comes out, we will probably have a new lighter Superman that can please everybody. And
it's always darkest before the dawn.
Right. Yeah.
That's what was said in the apparently Dark Knight version, the very dark and gritty version of the Batman.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Seriously. Like to me, Man of Steel brought an entire different side to a character that I already loved. And it's a little offensive, you fuckhead, that you didn't delve into this and actually appreciate the story that was being told. And it was all grim and blah, blah, blah. But so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. He's also done Kick-Ass. I get changing the overall tone. Zack Snyder likes to have a darker tone. But to me, I like the Man of Steel suit better than so far the Batman vs. Superman and what we've seen of the Justice League suit because they have brighter colors. I like kind of the more blended tone of the Man of Steel suit. That's just my opinion. But I get the broad colors, beautiful. Oh, it's release a shitty story, but it's beautiful, and we have jokes. So, anyways.
Jokes and jokes and jokes.
Where you from? When you leaving? Nice shirt. Does it come in your size? Do I come to your job and smack the broom out your hand? Something needs to happen with this comedy thing right now. Jokes and jokes and jokes and jokes and
So, oh man, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Right now, it's very early stages. I am excited that they are going to continue with a trilogy. It sounds like a soft reboot. Horrible idea. You have to, unless you're rebooting the entire universe, you have to continue from what's already been started. And I think
no, you don't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna say that. End quote.
Way to play devil's advocate.
That's my best chance. That's all I got.
Oh man. So, anyways,
okay, Man of Steel. We did a review with our friend, the Condiment King himself, Nixter, on Man of Steel. Check that one out. It's long as fuck. Listen to it in 20 parts. That's fine. Yeah. It's 2.5 hours, but we went through pretty much everything we possibly could on that movie.
Literally every detail, every scene we discussed, we talked about, we broke it down. Nick was the Nixter, was not a huge fan of Man of Steel, but we kind of, went back and forth on it a little bit.
And after watching it a second time,
yes,
he tended to lean towards liking it a little bit more. He still had his issues with some parts, some of the major parts that most people have issues with.
Yeah.
But he did lighten up on it for better than he ever did with Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Man of Steel is a great movie, and people let the shock of him not being in underwear and saving cats out of trees, they never got past that with that first initial viewing and maybe even the second one.
Yeah, he was breaking necks,
which I still think would have been great in the Lego movie.
Yeah,
because he just turns. There's no breaking of neck;
right.
It just keeps
His head
rotating.
Just spins.
Yeah, that would have been fucking hilarious if they did that. But it still has its points. It's still a great movie. I think people should really go back and rewatch it again. Because it's very, very good. It's a very, very good movie.
It's thought-provoking, in my opinion, Batman vs. Superman is. They both have their issues. They both have their parts.
But Man of Steel has less.
It does.
A lot less.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, it makes you go, okay, if you were this kid and, these are the struggles that he's dealing with. It touches a little bit on the Smallville show of, issues that you would have if you're this guy on Earth growing up.
Kid.
Yeah. Kid at that point, and certain points of the movie.
We're all pissed off at our dick waking up in the morning before we do, but this dude's seeing through people.
Right?
So,
yeah, exactly.
Fucking morning wood. Pissed me off as a kid.
Yeah. What is this?
Fucking can't get comfortable. Can't roll over on your stomach, can you? No.
Yeah.
Fucking,
you can't take a morning piss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Try aiming that shit. It's impossible. You ladies will never understand if there is any lady. I'm assuming there's at least one.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Mike. You'll never understand how hard that is, literally and figuratively. Yeah. Like, it is impossible to piss. You have to lean on the wall. You have to curve. It's just
it's horrible.
They should really invent a much bigger pisser.
Yeah.
Just a big hole that you can just.
Not even urinals work.
Yeah.
So. Oh man, so back to it. Yeah, so that a kid that's struggling with a lot in addition to what we've struggled with here.
Can you
on
imagine
Earth.
a super boner? Dun, 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 dun.
I'm sure Lois can.
Yeah, she can. Get it on the bathtub. Is that dry humping in the bathtub? I asked that question before. Comment below. Let us know. Is having sex in the bathtub dry humping, or with your clothes on?
Right.
Is humping in the bathtub
considered dry humping? Thought-provoking.
Exactly. That's what BVS was trying to do.
Yeah.
Trying to make you think.
Make you wonder.
But you missed that. Trust me, you missed that part. I saw it.
We all missed it.
No, I saw it.
Yes.
I saw it. I was thought of it immediately. Yes. Because the physics behind that is just amazing.
Yes. Exactly. Makes you wonder.
I'm a physics major.
Science. Bill Nye, the science guy. Bill.
Be a nice scientifico. Bill. For all our Spanish listeners out there.
Nice. That's solid. So, anything else on the Man of Steel?
No. Are you done now? You feel better?
Yeah, I think so. I feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
On the positive,
go Matthew Vaughn.
On the positive side, well, sort of. Henry Cavill has just been cast to play opposite of Tom Cruise, forgot his name for a second there, in the latest Mission Impossible 6, and it's pretty much been confirmed that Henry Cavill will be playing the villain. The thing that pisses me off is all the fucking trolls who are like, "Oh, it's fitting."
He's gonna break Tom Cruise's neck.
Yes,
dude, that'd be
that would be fantastic. Well, isn't Hawkeye supposed to be the next guy, basically the next lead in Mission Impossible? What's his name? Something Radner.
Sure.
Anyways, okay, that's what I heard. So that would be perfect. There's the perfect transition. Boom, he dies, breaks his neck. And here comes Hawkeye shooting arrows.
Maybe he's gonna say, "If I wanted you dead,
stay down.
I wanted you dead. It would have happened already, or something." I butchered it.
If I wanted it, you'd be dead already.
There we go. That one.
Yeah.
Do you bleed? Oh man, they should definitely do that. There should definitely be some fucking comments in there.
That'd be awesome.
You're not brave. Men are brave.
You're old.
Fucking dude, Henry Cavill's like 6'2", right? 6'2",
Yeah.
6'3". Fucking Tom Cruise is like 5'4".
I know, it's awesome.
Dude, he's gonna suck his. Anyway, so what's the next thing on the list here?
So, we got Green Lantern. There's been some Green Lantern teases. We'll keep with that. I think so far the rumor for months has been Armie Hammer is supposed to be playing Green Lantern. Who knows if it's going to be in Justice League? I have a feeling it's supposed to be in Justice League, but please, Warner Brothers, I know you're listening. You're one of our 25 downloads. Fucking do not release it too early. But it's been kind of cool. There's been a lot of teases, especially Henry Cavill. He's one of the pictures on Instagram was Crypto. His dog was looking out the window, and he posted something saying,
"There's a doggy in the window." Anyway,
no, he didn't post that. So,
no, you never heard that song? Okay,
no,
I'll plug it in right now.
All right, that's great. So Crypto is saying he's looking out for Green Lantern. Then there was another one.
Henry Cavill wants to play Green Lantern more than he wants to play
Superman. He named his dog Crypto. Come on. So
yeah, Crypto's looking for Green Lantern. He'd rather be with Green Lantern than fucking.
No, they're friends.
Oh.
So and then the latest one was Henry Cavill working out, showing off his fucking muscles, bragging, but saying that even though he's rehabbing his knee that I think he hurt on the set of Justice League. Wait, he's gonna be in Justice League? No, he's not.
Yeah.
But so he was saying that he has to match up to the size of Green Lantern or something along those lines. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but anyways, a lot of Green Lantern teasing.
I think he was wearing a Green Lantern beanie in that picture too. Not positive, but it looked like a Green Lantern symbol.
He might have been, but there was pictures that were floating around roughly November-ish, I want to say, maybe October, of Henry Cavill wearing a Green Lantern tank top, taking pictures with a bunch of fans. So he's pushing for it. I guess his boyfriend Armie Hammer.
I was about to say,
yeah,
seriously,
they had a lot of fun filming Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah, Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yeah. So, but yeah, anyways, I'm excited for it. I hope they bring in Green Lantern, and I hope it's the right Green Lantern.
Is that like? Is that? I feel like that was like, hey, he better not be the black one.
That's why I paused, because I was like, "Fuck, that's not what I meant." At all.
I was like, that's why I just looked at you and like, did you just make a total racist comment?
There's a long pause. Oh man,
I was like, okay, so you mean a good Green Lantern?
Yeah, it better not be Jon Stewart. Okay, folks, that's not what I meant. I meant he better play the part right, because I don't know if Armie Hammer can play that funny, goofy, quick-witted Green Lantern. That's what I was going for. The Hal Jordan, not the white is right one. That's not. That's horrible.
Trump 2016, son. Woo!
Yes. So
we got some Trump fans out there. I've seen you with your knives.
Yeah, spelled wrong. So speaking of Trump, we will jump to the Iron Fist reviews.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about these Iron Fist reviews. Okay, so I just saw that Iron Fist was up. I'm probably going to try to watch it. We might try to do a review. I don't know. That's kind of hard to really dedicate yourself to that many episodes with so many movies coming out this time around. If we do have an Iron Fist review, look forward in April of 2018, and we'll
2018. That's optimistic.
Yeah, I'm trying to be good. It's like a DC movie. Just keep pushing back each year. Just keep getting pushed.
Oh, zinger.
A lot of those. So right now, currently, Iron Fist, the Netflix series, is sitting at 17% on Rotten Tomatoes by the critics and 88% by the fans. I have never.
Wow.
This is.
Yeah. I didn't know the 88%. I knew the 17.
Oh,
from
I thought you were talking
critics,
about. Wow,
so.
look, they're totally opposite of the fans again. Like, I thought it was like.
Well, yeah, that too. Hold on, let me try that again. Wow, they're totally opposite.
Well, he gave me the eyes with
it. Oh, man. So one of the things that kind of irritated the shit out of me, and I'm glad it got made fun of. Finn Jones said he's the guy who was cast as Iron Fist, and he said that the reason why it's not so popular with the critics is because right now with Trump as president, the billionaire is the enemy, and he's playing a orphan billionaire. Well, funny enough, a bunch of memes came out showing Ben Affleck that, you know, people are rooting for him, and he's an orphan billionaire. So fuck off. It's not Trump.
That's got to be one of the dumbest. I mean, there's some really dumb tweets out there but that's just like ignorance at a maximum level.
Yes.
Like I'm wondering if it was like so much that he was joking. And it just totally fell flat.
I don't know the context, and it wouldn't surprise me with how fucking media is and shit nowadays. But that's just what I read, and it was floating around a lot, and it was ignorant and stupid.
Yeah, if it was a joke, it was a shitty joke. So
yeah,
you should make fun of him for a shitty joke if it was.
Exactly.
If it's a real comment,
you should make fun of him.
Yeah, for being completely retarded.
Yeah, and ignorant. And speaking of completely retarded, we have some reviews.
Yeah, going back to Rotten Tomatoes. First, we're going to give the critic consensus for Rotten Tomatoes, since they use fancy words and everything. Despite some promising moments, Iron Fist is weighed down by an absence of momentum and originality. Like all 14 MCU movies. Motherfuckers. Are you kidding me? Like 12 of those motherfuckers are exactly the same movie. Have you ever watched Honest Trailers? Every fucking new movie they've come out with Ant-Man is Tiny Iron Man.
Right.
If you fucking watch Doctor Strange, they have almost side-by-side video of how it's exactly the same movie as Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like it's crawling on the ground.
Fantastic.
Exactly the same. All like 12 or
only
13,
not as good.
12 or 11 of the fucking MCU movies are almost the same exact formula, same exact format. There's no originality in them at all.
Right.
None. That's why Doctor Strange was such a letdown for both Shane and I.
Yes.
That's why we definitely gave it a fucking low ass score because it was just a generic Marvel movie at this point.
Yep.
And now you get some balls on you, Rotten Tomatoes. Now you're fucking
right.
Now you're fucking getting off the dick and wanting to fucking make fun of a movie.
It's okay because it's just a Netflix. It's just a part of the Defenders, not the Avengers.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Just wait for
that's the exception.
For Spider-Man Homecoming gets 101%.
Right. 101. Never been done before.
It's amazing. He webs so well.
Shoop shoop.
One of the overwhelming reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'm just going to bring up a couple here as an example. A lot of them are about race.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Fist, for the most part, in the comics, he was introduced as a white kid, as Danny Rand.
Yeah.
He is a white kid.
Yep.
With curly blonde hair.
Yeah, actually, the casting is pretty solid.
Yeah.
From when you compare the comics, it's pretty good. It's almost a direct take.
I think there was like a female Iron Fist at one time, and I believe she was Asian, but very short stint. Just like Iron Woman. Just they always do that with almost every character.
Yeah.
There's always a female version of that character somehow, or a cousin or something like that of that character. But mainly, the character was introduced as a billionaire white kid. A white kid, all right?
How original.
Very original, goddammit. Yeah. One of the reviews here, done by Sophie Gilbert of The Atlantic. See, already stupid. Anyway. Basically, she says, Iron Fist decided unwokenness is notable, particularly when Danny lectures Colleen, who is an East Asian descent, on the right way to channel her internal force. But it's just one of the list of flaws with Jones miscasting the most obvious issue. Getting a white guy to play a white character is miscasting.
Yeah. That makes sense.
What? Now, does the kid have to be white? No, everybody has their own. There's only a couple characters really out there that have to be usually the race that they are. You know, Black Panther. Yeah, more than likely having a white Black Panther or a Latino Black Panther would be kind of weird.
Right.
Yeah. He's supposed to be a fucking king of Wakanda, an African nation. So that would be really fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like characters like this, it's fine that he's white. Like, what is the deal?
Yeah.
When it was fucking Doctor Strange, and they fucking brought in a female white woman, Tilda Swinton, a bald-headed Avatar-looking bitch, to play the Ancient One, when Disney has Donnie Yen signed on contracts for fucking Rogue One.
Right.
They have a fucking guy from Asia, from Japan, for China. I don't know where the fuck he's from. He's one of those two places. Japan.
That's not racist at all. But anyways.
I just got pissed. But you have a guy with the ethnicity that the fucking Ancient One can be played by. He doesn't have to be Tibetan. You know, everybody was talking about the racism of it. He doesn't have, you don't have to bring up anything about his race.
No.
In the movie, because they didn't.
Right.
You don't have to, but he could still be that race.
Right.
Why? What's so hard about it? Everybody, the writer was bitching about how, you want to, the Tibetan racism and everything that came with it and stuff like that. You can still have him be the Ancient One. Look where the fuck you're at.
Right.
Look what he's called, the Ancient One. Like, he's an ancient person of martial arts.
Yeah.
You know, no one believes that the Avatar is the ancient fucking person of martial arts.
But yeah, it's okay as long as you substitute.
Because it was a female.
Right.
Is why they didn't bitch too much. There was some bitching about it, but they didn't bitch too much
from
about
comic
it.
movie Mars.
Yeah. Well,
No,
yeah, if it was us, it was me. I was fucking...
Yeah, she did a good job. She's a great actress.
Yeah, there's nothing from her.
Yeah,
it's the
but,
casting.
Right, exactly. And so, but in this case, then it's completely flip-flopped. Right. And now, because it's a white guy, that's miscast as a white guy.
Oh my God. I mean, it gets even worse. They just keep going. A lot of these people I couldn't believe some of the tweets from these critics and stuff like that came out. I pull up here. I guess this is a man because the picture looks like a dude, but the name is Juliet. So Juliet Sheen, this could have been a great opportunity for diverse casting, challenging Netflix and Marvel both to be more representative. Really? Really? They're that whole Defenders thing is nothing but like equal opportunity fucking fighting.
Right.
It's a female, a big black dude, a blind guy,
right.
And now we got a white guy that, he kind of is weird, but but he's supposed to be white. Like that's all they do.
Yeah.
That's all we just watched the Beauty and the Beast movie. In the cartoon, there's no black people in that motherfucking cartoon.
No.
In that movie, there are a lot of black people, and they were all the more sophisticated black people.
Right. Yeah.
They were the most sophisticated people in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's just like that's what movies are doing now. They're putting those characters out there, and it doesn't matter why people focus so much on this shit. I don't understand. Yeah. Another one from a chick I cannot pronounce. Mary Joey Louie. Iron Fist is an white man yellow fever narrative. Asian actor would have helped subvert the offensive trope and reclaim space.
Bitch, you're offensive.
Yeah, you're super offensive. Yellow fever.
Like, yeah. Fuck. Wow. And this is a switch a little bit, but what I like about the new Power Rangers movie that's coming out is they finally took away, the black guy is not the Black Ranger, the Asian is not the Yellow Ranger. They kind of changed it around a little bit, but they still kind of make fun of it because there's the one part in the trailer where I guess it's Zach who's white, he's black, he's the Black Ranger, and he's like, I'm black, and the black guy goes, no, you're not. Like that's great, that's funny, make fun of it, but the sensitivity is just, it's annoying.
There's certain things like I was laughing about the Great Wall movie because Matt Damon, it's like Matt Damon in the Great Wall,
right?
And it was like supposed to be all Chinese people, and then there's Matt Damon, but they're really showing Matt Damon,
right?
And I was just laughing at that. I was like, after watching movies like The Last Samurai and shit like that, where all the samurai die, samurai except for Tom Cruise. Like, they all get minigunned down except for the one white dude. It's fucking hilarious. Right. It's just, everybody gets murdered in that motherfucker. And I get it. There is those type of movies that are out there that do that. I mean, like, we got Scarlett Johansson playing Ghost in the Shell.
Right.
Which is a Japanese anime, which, I mean, people always say that it should be Asian, but you look at the way those characters are drawn, they really almost have no ethnicity. If you look at most animes, they're not drawn in a way where you can really distinguish what kind of ethnicity they are. They're just generic looking people, for the most part, with extravagant things like hair all over the place or clothes and stuff like that. But usually their faces, there's no distinguishable faces because they've drawn them in cartoon format. They either got like really big eyes and stuff like that, and small heads or something like that. It's just there's no distinguish between the characters. So to say just because it was drawn in fucking Japan doesn't mean that it has to be a Japanese person. Right. It's kind of stupid like that. But Scarlett Johansson, we get to see her tits in that. So that's why that's a good casting. Because she's wearing that bodysuit and you can see her ass cracking her tits. So that's why I'm probably going to go see that movie, even though I seen all Ghost in the Shell like 18 years ago.
Yeah, and I've never even heard of it.
So that's all I care about. Even though I think you can go on there and you Google Scarlett Johansson nude, I'm pretty sure you get to see some pretty good shit.
Probably.
But at least in this one, we get to see her diving in slow-mo.
Yes.
And I get it on a bigger screen, on a recliner.
With fantastic surround sound.
Yeah. So that's the way you need to watch it.
Yes.
Jesus. Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to end it with this. Rotten Tomatoes. We already did a rant on them, and I'm looking at we're probably going to have a part 2.
Yes.
Because there needs to be a fight against what Rotten Tomatoes is. This is a structure and a format of a critic company that is really fucking with things.
Yes.
And they don't deserve to have the power they have. And they don't deserve to be where they're at because
and the recognition that they have somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because they're the first of their kind, and we talked about this in the rant, but they're on movies. If you go on to Vudu, it shows the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Right. I was looking for Kong pictures for our YouTube thing. I type in Kong Skull Island pictures. 5th picture down was a picture of Kong, fresh score on the thing. It was already photoshopped into it, like with the fresh Rotten Tomatoes score. So people, when they see that picture, it's got a fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck? This is getting ridiculous. The problem is there's nothing out there challenging him because Metascore or Metacritic is retarded.
Yeah.
No one knows what the fuck that is.
Right.
IMDb is not recognized for really having a score. I always thought of IMDb as a just filing the cast members and shit like that.
Right, but you would think that IMDb so far to me has been the closest from, if you're looking at like the fans and even a lot of critics. I guess not the same critics that fucking Rotten Tomatoes is pulling from, but they are the closest. But is a very basic out of 10 score, which the other thing we talk about, the Rotten Tomatoes percentage does not correlate with their out of 10 score.
Right.
Because they have one.
Yeah, because the critics, it could be like, let me actually check it right now. So usually, okay, so we took a pause there for a second, and we actually looked up the Rotten Tomatoes thing again, and it doesn't seem to have a critic score. Usually it'll have like 6.8 out of 10 critics like this movie, but yet the percentage would be like 40 or 30%.
Right.
And it just seems to always be messed up. For some reason on this one, they don't have that. And the one thing I've noticed about the Rotten Tomatoes score, what the problem is that a lot of these people are writing for magazines, right?
Yeah.
Online articles and magazines, any kind of magazines, have become clickbait.
Yes.
At this point. So they're writing the most fucking ridiculous things to get recognized.
Yeah. Well, if you look at a lot of their synopsises, that's what synopsises? Whatever.
A synopsis.
Yeah.
A lot of their synopsis.
That's exactly what it's trying to. It's just trying to use humongous words and and like
Orientist.
Right. Yeah, and so that you click on it or go, oh look, this is what they say, it's shit, and it's solid clickbait and bullcrap and not an actual breakdown or thought of the movie or whatever.
We
TV
basically
show.
have gone into this world now, and it's always been talked about with news articles how people only read headlines. And now it's diving into when it came to politics and stuff like that, people only read headlines, and that's where they get these ideas from, or, other things other than politics. But now it's coming to movies where it's like, it's the article or it's the first sentence or something like that.
Yes.
And people say the most ridiculous thing about a movie, or trying to be edgy, or trying to be that unique person,
right,
to make them stand out in this whole group of fucking idiots.
Or say, I'm intelligent. Look at me.
Look at that. I don't know the source material, so I'm going to make a stupid comment about the fact that this guy should be Asian, when in the comics he's been primarily white the whole time.
Right.
Like, why does it matter that he's Asian? It
Yeah,
doesn't
all of a sudden.
matter in this one. It didn't matter when Michael B. Jordan played the Johnny Storm as a black dude, because it's never been established what their race is.
You're
It's
right.
a little weird that one was white, one was black, and they're supposed to be sisters, Sue Storm and Johnny Storm, but they made him a stepbrother, or they made her a stepsister, or something like that, or a stepsister. So she was adopted or something like that.
Okay.
So, they adopted her, so they kind of did that with the story. But still, it didn't change the story at all. It didn't change the
works.
movie at
Yeah.
all. So why do you you could make it an Asian dude, but whatever. It doesn't affect the movie so much in this case, and
Right.
affect this TV show.
Yeah.
So they're just writing shit at this point to write shit. And
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, something needs to happen where Rotten Tomatoes gets brought down a peg. And I don't think it'll ever happen, because just as I try to get on here, Fandango's on here. Fandango owns Rotten Tomatoes. Fandango's owned by like a third of almost every fucking major studio out there, like Universal, Warner Brothers, and like some other ones own them. And so they're going to keep piping money into this, into this system. And they're going to keep getting brought out as the one recognizing system of critics. And I really do think there needs to be a pushback.
Yeah, it's completely broken, and unfortunately, if you agree with their scores, which in most cases I haven't, then people are using it as the Bible. See, look at all these critics. This movie sucks, or whatever. This movie is really good. Well, okay, it's mind-boggling.
We're probably going to do another breakdown on Rotten Tomatoes. Like I said, I'm coming up with a title. The War Against Joy. I think that's what that needs to happen, because their definition of joy is fucked up. Their definition of how a movie should be is very generic.
Yeah, and
it's becoming a little ridiculous. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but a lot of these movies are becoming generic and formulaic as fuck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And it's becoming an issue, and Rotten Tomatoes is enforcing this and in pushing it further. The more generic and the more formulaic your movie is, the bigger score you get.
Yeah,
and
broad audience, money, I guess.
Dollar bill, yo. So again, don't use Rotten Tomatoes as a critic source.
Right.
They are there for clickbait at this point.
Yes.
They're there to show off. Like,
we always give the scores at the beginning of ours just as a joke. Like here,
pure joke.
Yeah, because we give Metacritic and IMDb at the same time.
Even bigger joke.
Yeah. So don't listen to them. It's not even close to being the Bible of the movies. Most of these critics. Yeah, or TV shows. Most of these critics are morons that probably don't even know the source material.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, or care to know it. And like you said, they just want to stick to, it follows this formula. And one of the, other than Joyless, the other common thing that I saw was, I like a story that flows a certain way, basically, or a plot that flows a certain way. Okay, well, why does every movie have to flow the same exact way? Sometimes that gets boring. With Kong. Yeah, very, very cliche, and you're just like, okay, I know exactly how this is gonna go.
Yep.
This is the build of it. It's nice to have things that change up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Yep. All right, that's gonna end our little secondary rant 1.5.
Yeah. Yes, 1.5. Be on the lookout for 2
on Rotten Tomatoes. We're going to get into a section here now where I'm just going to call things no one gives a shit about. It's just a bunch of small things that have happened in the movie world, just noteworthy little things. I'll just read them off real quick, and then we can give our thoughts on it. We have Mel Gibson being talked to about fucking directing Suicide Squad 2, which I think is funny as fuck. We got the new Thor pictures with a Thor synopsis about the movie. Then we have the Venom movie that was just announced a couple days ago by Sony out of nowhere. Who knew?
We're still relevant.
Yeah, we're still trying to make a movie. Yeah. Don't forget about us.
We sold the rights or whatever.
We didn't sell the rights yet. We're letting them borrow the rights.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, they are renting. We are Blockbuster. And they are renting the rights to Spider-Man, but we still are relevant. We're still gonna try this. Which, to me, if it's done in the format of Amazing Spider-Man, I might not be bothered by it. A little bit darker tone, grittier.
Your idea of Amazing Spider-Man is so wrong.
I know.
I hope that was a joke.
We're gonna do retro reviews on those. I'm forcing it.
So real quick, I'm going to read off a couple quotes. One about the Mel Gibson possibly doing Suicide Squad. Again, a lot of clickbait type stuff. It wasn't, it's not for sure, but it's just a rumor. Mel Gibson was asked about it in the Oscars. And I love how in this article they keep referring to Suicide Squad as an Oscar award-winning movie. Because they won.
Yes.
They keep bringing it up over and over again. But Mel Gibson was asked about Suicide Squad and if he was going to direct it. And he said, I don't know. End of quote. No. I don't know, Gibson said. I just met some guys about story points. I like that. I just met some guys. About story points. It's not a done deal or anything, but it's just fun to shoot the bull. When it comes to stories, I love doing it. End of quote. Oh, Gibson also added, if we can elevate any kind of concept, it's good. So there we go. That's the Mel Gibson quote. So then we got, God damn, this whole thing sucks. Then we got the Thor Ragnarok pictures that came out. We might throw some up there on the Instagram, maybe definitely of Jeff Goldblum as the Grand Master. Really original name, by the way.
Yes.
I hope Rotten Tomatoes brings that up. The Grand Master. So he looks like, he kind of looks like, the fucking Ron Williams used to look on that Nino.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of looks like that underneath. And
He
then
does.
he's got the little bit of the suit. I forgot what it was. But he looks ridiculous. And he's got like a cum drip down his chin there or something. It looked like a Smurf blew a load on his lip. So then we got the plot summary, and I'm going to actually specify this spoilers. All right. So they released a plot summary on Thor Ragnarok, and I read this thing, and I'm like, holy fuck! They just talked about like major points in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't care about Thor Ragnarok, or you kind of already knew this, good for you. But I'm gonna put a spoiler-ish type thing out there for this. I almost don't even know if I should read it, but I'm gonna go for it anyway. But this is the plot summary that they put out to some communist magazine. It's in Marvel Studios' Thor Ragnarok, Thor will arrive in Asgard after hearing about trouble in his home world. And when he arrives, he finds Loki's style of ruling. As we all know, in the end of Thor, The Dark World, Loki basically somehow has gotten rid of Odin and is playing him. He did his T-1000 morph change, and he's playing Odin right now. So that's what we know. Oh, spoilers for Dark World if you haven't seen it.
Now,
Loki's style of ruling while impersonating Odin. He has led to some lapse in the rules and leads to the freeing of prisoner Hela, whoever Hela is. Apparently going to be one of the bad women in this. Thor and Hela naturally Thor and Hela naturally come to blows when they meet, which sees Thor blasted to Shakira.
Another villain.
His hips don't lie. Described as a barbaric planet ruled by the charming but nefarious Grand Master Jeff Goldblum with the Smurf cum load on his face. There he meets Valkyrie, the guy that tried to assassinate Hitler, who is hiding out on the planet, and brings him to the Grand Master to make him a gladiator, where he meets the most popular competitor in the arena, the Hulk. Spoiler! And loses his trademark hair and hammer. So that's all the pictures we've seen of him with his haircut, his nice little military cut.
Yeah.
High and whatever that's called.
High and tight.
High and tight. Thank you. Like my win. No,
that's what I was thinking about too. That's why there was a pause.
And so that's why you've seen some of those pictures with his haircut like it is. So apparently I knew there was going to be some World War Hulk parts of this where he is a gladiator, but to give away it like this so much, like
blatant. You'd think that Warner Brothers wrote it.
Yeah, almost. It might as well have been in a trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
Shot for shot. The Hulk comes sliding down the Coliseum. And then fucking...
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then Thor goes, oh, shit.
And then all of a sudden, I don't know.
Captain America?
Scarlet Witch lands down and...
We'll go Captain America. He has a shield.
Oh, okay, yeah, there we go.
And it goes...
Oh, wait, did I say Scarlet
Witch? Yeah, either one.
I think I mixed up
Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna end this.
Well, because we're way off track now.
So then, like we said, the small things. Mel Gibson may not fucking direct Suicide
Who knows
Squad
at this
2.
point?
We got the Venom movie that they came out of their ass. I don't know how they're gonna do that. I'm really curious now. Venom's gonna be in the MCU now. That would be pretty fucking sweet if he is.
Yeah.
I would be down like a clown, like Charlie Brown on that shit, big time.
Yeah,
because
he should be.
I know they're before
And Carnage.
See, that's what the one thing they were talking about was that the Venom movie was going to have him fighting like Carnage, and they were going to have like a little bit of Spider-Man, but there was going to be almost no Spider-Man. And they were talking about making that movie R, because Carnage kind of needs to be R.
Yeah.
And
That'd be badass.
if they do go that route, that might be the most anticipated comic movie of my life.
Seriously.
Because I grew up on the Spider-Man cartoon and reading some Spider-Man books, and Carnage and Venom were always my favorite.
And that was, to me, the disappointment when we got to Spider-Man 3. You got a little bit of Venom, but it wasn't...
You got a costume of Venom.
Right. Hey, that was something. Finally something. I'm pretty optimistic
You're like
about...
you're like a guy that would fuck a blow-up doll. It's something. It's not even inflated, but it's something.
There's no shame in that.
And brought to you by our sponsors. There's no shame in that. This is our new tagline. So that concludes our conversation about all the movie news that happened in a month's time.
Yes, brought to you by Fleshlight.
What was the tagline?
There's no shame in that.
There's no shame in that.
Oh, man.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube page. There's no shame in that.
That's going to be our new tagline.
Once again, when we get that 28th subscriber, we will do a questionnaire because there is no shame in that. You know how like they do that? You can't teach that. There's no shame in that. Oh, I think we just stumbled onto a great moment.
Yes, gold mine.
Well, like you said, if we hit that 28th subscriber, we will do a questionnaire. Ask us anything.
Yes.
We will tell you whatever you want to hear. I don't give a shit at this point. We have no shame. There ain't no shame in that.
Oh, man.
Make sure you check us out on iTunes.
Yes, be sure to rate us on there. There ain't no shame in that. Give us some 1 star, 5 stars. Leave us a review. We really appreciate it. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we update those more frequently than YouTube.
I'm starting to get a hang of Instagram.
Yeah.
So we might get double Instagram-y posts. You'll be able to tell the difference. But
I don't know. The Venom picture was pretty solid. You got to go check that out. I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's how you introduce a new admin.
Yeah.
Boom, Venom.
And then my great video of Eddie and the Beast.
Yeah, that was great.
That was fantastic. There's actually that same guy. Check them out. Aldo Jones doing the weird trailers. I was actually looking at some of them when I was putting that together. He had the one of Batman versus Superman. I'll show you that right after this because there's one really fucking hilarious part. They do a really good job of that. I might just put it up on the Instagram for shits and giggles.
There you go. Yeah, just check it out.
In honor of Movie March News, here's this old trailer of Batman versus Superman.
Yes.
There ain't no shame in that. So make sure you check us out, our Podcast Republic. You know, you type in podcast to that Google Play. Pod, C-A-S-T, Republic.
Yes.
Our public. Anyway, make sure you type that in. That's one of the easier podcast apps on the Google Play Store to find Comic Movie Mark podcast.
Yes, exactly. And just a little additional note, you can also go to comicmoviemarks.com and you can listen to our podcast on there. We've actually started linking that, and it's gotten a lot more clicks on it. So I think that's the route we're going to go.
Yeah.
But you can listen to it on there. You can also leave comments directly on it. We've had one guy who eventually became a guest. That's not going to happen to all you fuckers, but he
I don't know. We're pretty desperate. There ain't no shame in that.
True. We're looking for a replacement for Tim. So.
Yeah.
Just kidding, Tim. So.
Oh boy, crikey.
Is that Australian?
Yeah.
Oh, that's offensive. There ain't no shame in that.
In case I don't see you.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
There was
Greetings.
another.
Are you lonely?
we were-
Are you sick and tired of whacking off by yourself, looking out the fucking window, waiting for Cinderella to come in? Look no more, cocksucker. The flashlight is here. Pick it up. You too could fuck one of these things in the ass, in the mouth. You could fuck it wherever the hell you want. You just close your eyes and you're there. Open up the flashlight. Show them what's inside. It's a clean, white little monkey, shaven. The asshole's clean. No hemorrhoids. That's how they do it over there at the flashlight. You stick a dick in there, a finger, 2 fingers. You can practice whatever you want to do. Here we have happy customers. Red Band, tell them about the flashlight.
It smells great.
Tremendous. After you wash it or before you fuck it?
No, after you fuck it.
I love it. Another word from Flashlight coming soon.
What? You just weirded everybody out again, you fuck. How dare you? He said smells great after you fuck it.
Oh.